Y'all, today I got the prints and the stickers for the online shop. I'm so very excited to show you guys these. And also this will be up as a little video on TikTok later. So, so if you guys are coming here from TikTok and everything, stick around. I will show you guys this new design for t-shirts, hoodies, and stuff that'll all be available on my Printify shop. And I will also show you some of the goodies and freebies that will be coming with book boxes on my online store. But first, we're going to get this print right here all done. Print is not the word. Design is the right word. We're going to get this design done, and then I will show you guys the prints that came in today, the stickers, and I will also show you guys that this will be available on our on the Printify shop. So let's get to it. So I have our little composition here. We have Moomy the Mummy, we have Duat the Crow, and we have Tolkien, our little chaotic cat gremlin who's just playing with the Moomy's bandages. Ain't that adorable? But we're going to be going through all of the different colors for these guys. I'll go through all my things, and also I'm going to show you some of the brushes that I use, because I love using the brushes here on Ibis Paint, especially if you import ones from like Pinterest. So first off, the brushes and everything. I typically use these three main brushes right here. I will use the Juicy Line Sketch, the Yummy Brush, and the Juicy Highlighter. Now mind you, I have actually, for these ones in particular, I have actually renamed all the brushes because I love, like if you look at like the colors and everything, especially like building up of colors from like a dark to a light scale, it actually is, it's very, as Viora would say, juicy and delicious. So yeah, I love Viora. If you've never seen her channel, go check it out. It's really, really good. But we're going to go with the Yummy Brush here, and we're going to get started first with Duat the Crow. And I'll also give you some lore about these guys. So for anyone who knows me and everything, they know that I love ancient Egypt. They know that I love the mythology, that I love the tales and everything, the stories. It's just very, very interesting, and it's actually part of my childhood in a weird way. Anybody remember seeing that Brendan Fraser movie, The Mummy? And they had like Rachel Weisz and Oded Fehr in it, and I think, I forget what his name is. The guy that does Evelyn's brother in the movie. I forget his name. If you know the name, put it in the comments below. But I pretty much grew up with that movie. I grew up watching it, and also the sequel, The Mummy Returns. And am I the only one that was sort of disappointed with Tomb of the Dragon Emperor when that third movie came out? It seemed like vastly unnecessary. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a good movie. It was very out of place considering that most of the world and everything had been established in ancient Egypt. So, and typically they actually could have done a whole lot. They could have done it a whole lot better if they had just kept it as 1 and 2. It was easier to do it that way. But yeah, Duat the Crow came from my love of the Mummy movie, of basically growing up with that, and growing up and just loving ancient Egypt. I actually wanted to be an Egyptologist when I was younger, but I was very quickly told that would not have been a very good career for me, because it would have taken a lot of hard work. And I also don't deal with, oddly enough, I do not deal with hot weather very well. It's very, very brutal. But Duat the Crow is so named because of the realm that my favorite deity, Anubis, comes from. He and his brother, Wawit, actually guide souls through the Duat, which is basically the underworld, and they lead them to be their souls to be judged. And they're very just and fair, and the second Mummy movie gave Anubis a very bad rep, because it's like, he's not like that typically. Especially like if you read his legends and everything, he's actually very, very impartial. But yeah, that's Duat the Crow, and I may go back and actually do a little chibi version of Anubis at some time for the store as well, or for the website. But that's the main colors for Duat the Crow done. Let's get on to Moomy. So Moomy, what exactly can I say about this derpy little mummy that follows people around and makes sure that they get where they're going? Well, there's an actually very interesting story behind the creation of Moomy. It had to do with one of my sort of impulsive dreams of wanting to be a VTuber. Again, this goes back to my love of ancient Egypt and Anubis and everything. I created this character, actually drew out the model for her and everything. And basically the entire thing was that the story behind her is that she was a witch doing a little bit of like a astral projection ritual and everything, trying to go and meet her teacher. And in the process of doing so, she actually gets stuck in the spirit world. And because astral projected forms, and according to this lore, do not have sort of corporeal forms or anything, the form that she was given, which was basically she went from having brown hair to white and gold hair and black jackal ears, actually came from Anubis himself. And basically, in order to get back to the real world and her body and everything, she had to go through and play games and do challenges in order to basically not necessarily earn the right to get back to her body in the mortal world, but basically it was more of a you sort of got yourself into this mess and you're gonna have to find a way to get yourself out by doing all these games and challenges. But the spirit world is a very big place, and let's just say that there are times where you may need a guide yourself. And Anubis recognized this, and he decided to create this little avatar for her, and his name was Moomy. There was a little bit of a problem with his creation. He came out a little too what's the opposite of cross-eyed? He had this literally like no thoughts, head empty, empty look about him. I mean, look at that face. That face is adorable and everything, but it's like he has no thoughts in his head. He only has like orders and commands. He has no thoughts. But clearly, he still enjoys a good book. But yeah, Moomy was basically created to be her guide in the spirit realm and basically make sure that she stays out of trouble. I don't know how a derpy little character like that is supposed to do that, but he's very attentive. He's a good boy. He is a good boy. We will die for Moomy in this household. We will protect the boy. To sort of showcase how like derpy he is, I made it to where it almost seemed like he was always unraveling and everything with his bandages. And that is what Tolkien right here is playing with. And we'll get into Tolkien's lore, his real life lore and backstory here in a little bit after I get done with all of the coloring for Moomy. In sort of cartoon-esque fashion, I wanted to make it seem like it was in cartoons, where it's like the mummy eyes are like peeking out of like this black abyss, and it's supposed to be creepy and everything. But for Moomy and everything, Moomy's just here. He's just vibing. He's just here making sure that everybody is calm, cool, and collected, and just is having a good time. We love Moomy. I will say this: it's actually weird. I don't remember the reason why I chose red to be the color of the book. I guess it was just a composition choice to make it sure everything sort of popped out and it was a good contrast with all the muted colors. But it's this is literally the only thing that has substantial color besides Duat. I mean, this is a very bright red. I don't even have any book covers that actually are completely red in my little repertoire. If you're new here to the channel, hi, I am Kathleen Lyons. I am a published author and everything, and basically I like doing artwork for little characters that I come up with, and I also like doing prints for my book, and I will be showing those later. But right now we are just showing like the little these little guys basically playing around while Mumi is reading a book, and Duat the Crow looks over. These little three are my mascots and everything, and I love these guys. These guys are adorable. But now that we're done with Mumi and his little book and everything, let's get to Tolkien right here, our real life mascot for the channel, and also the story of how I came to basically be his mom and everything in our family. So when I was in college still, I was working at the Little Caesars here in our hometown, and it was practically a very hot night. It was in peak summer months. I just did that by accident. But it was peak summer months, and it was very hot outside. And one of my managers who had just come in from her smoke break said, "Hey, there's a cat in the smoke box. Does anybody want this cat?" And immediately my ears perked up, because it's like, I love cats. I love cats so very much. And yeah. So immediately I was kind of curious. I was like, all right, what kind of cat are we talking about? Well, what does he look like? And upon looking at the reference photo, I just realized that I had used the wrong shade of gray, because Tolkien is not that gray. He is gray in some places like that, but he is not that gray. But anyway, my manager went back out to take a picture of the cat and everything, and around that time I was very much like in sort of sporadic going back to my roots, watching of Lord of the Rings, and also The Hobbit, because The Hobbit was out at that time. And I was like, oh, he's so cute. He looks like a Tolkien. And I was telling somebody about it, and he's like, why didn't you just name him Gandalf the Grey? And it's like, do you see that face? That face looks more like a Tolkien than a Gandalf. Gandalfs are supposed to be bigger and fluffier. He was fluffy, but he was like, at the time he was a kitten. He wasn't even like a full 6 months old. So I took him in and everything. Courtesy of my mom, she actually took him home for me while I finished out the shift. And according to her, bless this boy's little heart, he was pretty much very much a talker and everything. He perched on her shoulder and just like screamed all the way home. And yeah, that was basically how we came to adopt Tolkien and everything. This adorable little kitty. He is very anime coded. Let's just say, like, very. And I think I actually did the wrong color of green when I did this outline. A little bit of a different color, but that'll do. A little bit of a lighter shade. But yeah, that's how we came to have Tolkien and everything. Tolkien is very, very smart, and he also does a very good job of hunting mice whenever we do get mice. The only problem is that he'll, and this is about to get very, very gory, so if you are a bit squeamish, skip ahead a few seconds. Tolkien likes to play with his food, mice and everything, and he will actually bite half of the mouse and then just leave the rest of it, being like, okay, I'm full. Okay, that was a few seconds. I hope you guys are back, because now we are officially done. I've got to go back in and redo some of the places to make sure all of the spots are filled in. So I'll probably do a time lapse of that, and then I will get started on the highlights and the shadows and everything. And there we go. Not sure how that editing will do in post and everything, but right there is, that's our complete thing. I'm not going to do any shadows on the book, just because I don't think it necessarily needs it. Yeah, that's the entirety of it. I'm going to do a little shadow under here and everything, and then after that we will put it up on Printify. And there we go. It is now live on my website, or on my little Printify store right here. I will leave that link down in the description below, along with the links to my website and everything. But yeah, and my store is actually, I've not gotten a lot of stuff now that even since I've revamped it. So hopefully showing you guys some of the stuff that I've done and everything will show you, because I've got like a lot of cool like hoodies and sweatshirts and just regular t-shirts on there. And I even went and I have like a Duat the Crow desk mat. There's a lo-fi print that I did there's a sort of a lo-fi playlist print that I did that I'm also hoping to have on my store on my website. And there's cozy cream. I did a phone case for it. I also have Duat on the Moon right there, and also Duat the Crow mugs, and I had a lot of fun doing this little stuff. So, but I mostly kept the designs that I did for Arboreal Lux and for Seraphim Awakening as shirts, hoodies, and stuff like that. So. But yeah, but now, speaking of store, I will be able to show you guys some of the freebies that I got in the mail. Yay! So first, we're going to look at the stickers, because I have been waiting on these for a bit, and I already opened the package to see what it was, because I didn't know what I'd gotten in the mail today. So, but let's take a look at some of these stickers. Oh wow, they gave me a lot. Check this out. I did that. I did these. Oh, wow. Luxia looks gorgeous in this. I love that. Yes, these are meant to be for the pack and everything. Phoenix Bright is a wolf shifter, which is really ironic because he is actually supposed to be a white wolf, but I wanted to do the silhouette. The silhouette seemed a whole lot cooler at the time. Here's Xyla's wing, and even on the edge right there it says Seraphim. I had fun drawing this and everything. I actually did all of these in a sketchbook before I did them in color. The Tear of Cassius, basically the big focal point for the story, and let's just say, oh my god, it gets really intense once it gets closer to this event. The Eye of the Mesmer. I liked doing this one and everything because it's like, if you look really closely, it's like how it is. I wanted to make it look like it was a real eye, and I'm glad with how it turned out. It turned out really nice. And this one at the beginning of the clip and everything, this is the symbol for the Cult of the Rising. Basically, it's the cult that was basically built around Arena when she was separated from her sister. So yeah, these will all be freebies in along with the books and everything. But now we get to go and we get to look at the prints, because I'm very excited about the prints. I drew all of these prints. These I had printed through the free prints app, and they came out in these might be a whole lot bigger than I anticipated. I did 10 of each, and look at these. These are gorgeous. I did 10 of each, and I did ones where it's like all the ones that were These are the ones that I did through edits on Canva, and wow, these all look so good. Look at these. They're all so beautiful. I love how these turned out. And I think this is one of the ones from, this is going to be one of the ones in the other pack. So let's take a look at these real quick. Our moody little boy Silas with, this is the edit that I did, so I made it look like his eyes were glowing. I like how that came out. Wow, that turned out really, really well. I only did a test batch of like, I think it was like 10 each. Yeah, I did 10 each. And for obvious reasons and everything, I wanted to see how well they turned out. But these turned out so well. Wow, I love these. A Silas and his cousin / brother-in-arms, Eldrick, and everything. I had a lot of fun doing this one. I actually had a bit of a hard time actually coming up with this composition, but it turned out really well. This is the one where I actually used the design for the brush, the magic power brush, to make it look like it had that glowing effect. It's a little off center, but it gets the point across, I think. Our protagonist, Luxalia, in all of her glory. I like what I did with these, because I had a special brush where I actually went through and made it look like there were strands of her hair, falling out of place and everything. And that color is just gorgeous. And then the first print I ever did, I did this for Silas and Luxalia, and this turned out really well as well. I like how this turned out. So these are all the ones that were in fact printed with the edits. These should all be the ones that are just the regular, that are like the original colors. And there's our boy Silas, our main girl Luxalia. Here's the ones that were, here's the original prints for the original colors for Silas and Luxalia, for Luxia and Cassius, and then the Blood Brothers print. I like how these turned out. These turned out all really, really well. So when you guys buy a copy of my books and everything, you will be able to get some freebies. That is everything. That is everything in this video. I am so glad that you guys stayed behind to see the little freebies and everything. I'll do the freebie reveal in shorts, and also do the freebie reveal on TikTok as well, and also share it on my social medias. All of those can be found in the link tree down in the description below. You can also find the link to my website, or just look at this QR code right here. There's also the Printify store. The Printify store can be linked down in the description below, or you can go to the shop page on my website, and it should be highlighted there as well, and also at the bottom of the main page. And yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this video. This is the first time I've never actually shown my face in these. Do you guys want me to come up with a character and everything to like show when I do like little things, like a little chibi version of myself, just like to put in the corner right here? Let me know and everything, and I'll just like put it down in the comments, and I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!